Hello, hello, scrappy friends. Welcome back to my channel. I can't let October end without jumping into and doing a layout using the Hide and Eek collection. I am running out of Halloween to get into my albums. This was 2012. And so I know I only have a couple more years left to get some of the cute Halloween stuff. So I want to use the Hide and Eek collection to document pumpkin carving back in 2012. So I'm going to be bringing in some of this scary eye paper. I think that's perfect for the pumpkins. I think that's awesome. And then of course some stars on this orange tone-on-tone paper. The blue with the mini skulls. I think that's cute. And I'm going to build everything up on tangerine today. I think the layout I have in mind is going to be some strips and then a band of photos. So I feel like I'm not going to see a whole lot of this, but I wanted something underneath other than white. And I'll be bringing in a little bit of black with a border punch, and probably some of the avocado green for embellishment cluster bases. So let me go ahead and get my boards and we'll get to cutting. Okay, so here's the tangerine, and my idea is to bring in the spooky eye paper, and I'm going to bring like about a nice big 4-inch chunk up to the top of each side of the layout. Then I'm going to bring in the star paper, a nice 2-inch piece right here at the bottom. So this is only part that's really going to be exposed. Now on the other side, my idea is the exact same. And then when I come in here with the photos, I've already trimmed these down to be 3 3/4 by 5.5. So it would be just a slight bit showing through, and I want to put 3 across here. So let's see, I'll get all 3 kids in, equal representation, right? So it'll look like this, and you can still see the orange tangerine back there a little bit. And then on this side I'll put this photo, which works out really well. This one's a little bit bigger. I couldn't trim it down quite as small without ruining some of it. So I think it'll look nice that it's over here on the other side. So I'm going to put a string across like this, and then I want to bring in these two, something like this, and then behind all of this right here I'll probably bring in a layer of the blue skull paper. Okay, so that's my plan. Let me go ahead and get these two cut down, and I'll be right back. There we go. I got my eyes paper trimmed down, the star paper. I love it. The eyes are perfect for these photos, and I'm just going to slide these down a little bit into the band a little bit more, and same with this one. I think that fits very nicely in there so far. And that one, these I kind of do want up a little bit, so we're going to hold off on that. Now I did go ahead and trim down the blue skull paper too. So I did a 3x9. So I took a 9-inch piece and cut in a 3x9 and then an 8x9. And I want it to look like it's kind of running across the page. I'm going to drop it down about 2 inches. And I'm bringing it all the way to the inseam. Now this photo here will be halfway, mostly onto the blue. This one too. In fact, I think I'll slide it all the way to the inseam and then scoot these other two over as well. And then this one will come up here and this will come down here. These are 3x4s. I happen to print them on one 4x6 to get better use out of my photo paper. Yeah, so I'm going to put those right there. I think I'm going to come back in with a mat for that. Here we go. This is a 4.5 by 6.5 inch mat. I figured it's going to be plenty big, and I can even trim it down if I want. Now what I like about this layout is there's plenty of room. This was a horizontal photo, and I thought about just putting the one there, but I really wanted all 3 of the kids too with their pumpkins. So this layout has room to go like this horizontally or vertically. And what I'm going to do is put them on here and then slide it up, because I want to bring in a journaling spot right down here at the bottom. Plus I like that look. between the blue paper and the photos going up, it gives a little bit of dimension to the page because everything is just not straight across. Now what I'd like to do is bring in a border making cartridge, and I think I'm going to try this one, Diamond Link. I believe this came from a secret box last year. I don't use this one very often, and for some reason I just thought this would be perfect. I'm going to punch out 2 rows, 1 for each side. And my idea is to come right across here. Let's see. I kind of do like it halfway between the black and the orange. I think that looks great. We're going to continue this across like that. I think that looks great. I'm going to go ahead and get this adhered down. I'm going to grab my title and my journaling box, and I'll be right back. But while I'm away, if you don't mind, please take this opportunity to click that like button. I really would appreciate it. It really does help to spread my content. So thank you for doing that, and I'll be right back. Okay, everything is adhered down, and I'm ready to place my title and my journaling area. So I went into my stash and I found this very simple card. It says just the word documented. And I think that's okay. I'm going to leave it like that. I'm going to put it down here. And what I was thinking is if I can get it to fit right in between the 2 rows of skulls, that would be perfect. So I'm going to kind of slide it down a little bit like this. So it's kind of hanging off into the orange stars. The oranges are just a few shades different, so it does kind of pop out down there. So I think that's perfect. Now for my title and another embellishment cluster area, I went ahead and went to my die cut machine and I cut out a couple of these scallopy circle looking things. I just liked the jagged edges of this one and thought it was a little bit on the spooky side. So I'm going to put this one right up here. I think, let's see if I can tuck it in. I'm not sure I like that. Maybe on top. Yep, I'm going to put it on top of the corner edge of the blue skull paper to kind of take care of this awkward spot. And then I'm going to bring it right down over that diamond link chain. Have a little bit of the chain showing through and put it right there. And then this one, I have a lot of orange over here that I wanted to kind of downplay a little bit, so I'll probably put another cluster right around here, and so I'll go here, here, and here is my plan. Okay, now for the title, lots of good ones on here, and I'm already going toward this one right here that says Pumpkin Patrol. I mean, why not? It has a little jack-o'-lantern face on there, so that would be perfect. And I'm going to pop that up onto some foam. There we go. And I'm going to do something like this off to the side and the bottom of the cluster base. Okay, let's see what the sticker sheet has. I love the little dancing skeletons. So I'm actually going to go with one of those. I like this one right here, especially since I have the skulls already on here. And I'll probably put it right up here, kind of tucking him slightly under the title area. I also like the little bat. So I'll bring that in right here. And I think I'm going to bring in this little pumpkin and kind of tuck it right down here since we are carving pumpkins and get that on there. So now I'm going to drop the skeleton down just a little bit, bring the title over like that, and bring the bat up a little bit. There we go. I think that's super cute. I'm going to leave it like that. I'm going to come down here. Now, I did bring in some things from my stash. These are little puffy stickers. I liked the 3 different jack-o'-lanterns. Kind of represents one for each kid. So I'm going to kind of put them right down here, see if I can kind of arrange these in such a way. Yep, I like that. That's cute. And I do have 3 little skulls I thought I would try and bring in. They're kind of happy little skulls, but that's cute. So over here, I'm going to bring in this other jack-o'-lantern. Why not? And kind of put it right over here. In fact, I'm going to pop that up onto some foam and put it right here. Yeah, I think that's super cute. And let's see where we can put some of these skulls. We'll kind of face it in. Maybe one up here, maybe off to the side, kind of like that. And then I'm thinking maybe down here too by the pumpkin. Yeah, that's cute. I do like this one little stamp right here that has eyeball on it because it kind of matches the paper. So let's see if we can kind of tuck this eyeball stamp in like this, and then maybe put the skull touching it like that. I like it. The last thing I want to do is bring in a couple little finishing touches, and for that I'm going to do the stars and just kind of put them up here. Not really filling this skull down here, so let's see. Let's hold that one back. Let's see, let's move the blue one over here. Orange over here. Let's give one more little tangerine star like that. There we go. I like that much better. I don't think I need anything down here. Over here, I think I'll come off the cluster base and kind of come, oops, let's do a blue one if there is another blue one, or yellow is good too. There we go. I like that. One last thing, I'm seeing these cute little spider webs, and I thought, let's come over here and put a little spider web and a cute little spider. Let's see, we want blue or green. I think I'm gonna go with the blue one. Gonna hang it down right here, grab my journaling pen, and I'll draw some little lines to be his little web. There we go. I like it. In fact, I'm going to add a couple dots around the page as well. Maybe right over here. Come up here. There we go. Yep, just a little bit of finishing touches with our pen as well. Okay, that is it. I love this layout. I think this Hide Eek paper is perfect for even the ages that my kids are here, pre-teens and teens, and it just really brings to life our pumpkin carving experience. I love it. So thank you for joining me. Take care, and I'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.